Hello, my name is Mireille, and I represent the company VH Life in Taiwan. And today I would like to talk to you about the science of molecular hydrogen and its therapeutic benefits to our health. But before we go into that subject, we have to understand first about free radicals. It is what the scientists and doctors refer to as ROS, or reactive oxygen species. Now, these are highly reactive chemicals that are formed from oxygen. So, we have been inhaling oxygen ever since we were born, yes? But do you know that 2 to 3% of the oxygen we breathe becomes free radicals? Now, there are two types of free radicals. So there are the good guys and the bad guys. Now, we need the good guys, the good free radicals, to help our body function properly. They are needed for our gene expression, our immune system, and our cellular signaling. So the names of the good guys are hydrogen peroxide, nitric oxide, and the superoxide anion. So we don't want to kill them because they're good for us, yeah? And now we have to talk about the bad free radicals, the bad guys. They are very toxic and they are very damaging to the basic building blocks of the cell. They're very damaging to our DNA, our RNA, our cell membrane, our proteins, and lipids. So the names of the bad free radicals are the hydroxyl radicals, which is the most toxic of them all, and the peroxynitrite radicals. Now, we don't want any of these bad free radicals to enter our cells because it's really damaging, and our cells begins to degenerate, and gradually they die. And do you know that we have billions of cells in our body? And it's not only millions, we have billions of cells. Okay, let me show you an illustration. So this is the body's cell when it's healthy. It looks really perfectly round, correct? And now, this is the cell when it's being attacked by bad free radicals. See, it is the shape is distorting. And finally, when there are too much accumulated inside the cells of the bad guys, ayan, nabubulok na. It degenerates. So when these bad free radicals, these bad guys, enter our cells, we could compare it like to a beautiful apple. When you cut an apple in half and you leave it at the counter for several minutes or several hours, what happens to it? Yes, it turns brown because of oxidation. And that is exactly what is happening to our cells when it's not healthy anymore. So, as you can see, this is a chain reaction. First, there's the bad free radicals. And second, these bad free radicals enters our cells and they become oxidative stress. After oxidative stress, the third one, it becomes inflammation. And after inflammation, finally, we begin to develop health issues as we get older. So what causes free radicals and oxidative stress? Number one, there is air pollution. because 2 to 4% of the oxygen we breathe becomes free radicals. And so our body creates free radicals daily when we breathe. So that's number one, air pollution or environmental pollution. Number two, we have stress. So if you have any external stress coming from your work, your family issues, or problems in the businesses, and you worry about it, or sometimes you're in a bad mood, you get angry, you have anxiety, those are all producing oxidative stress. Okay, number three is lack of sleep. So how many of us are getting enough sleep every night? Do we have a deep sleep? Do we sleep at least 7 to 8 hours a day? Or are we just sleeping 3 to 5 hours a day? So if you have lack of sleep, again, that's accumulation of OS, or oxidative stress. Number four is household chemicals. So we have our cleaning detergents, shampoo, perfume, all those facial liquids that we apply to our faces or to our skin, and all the chemical products. They all emit some kind of odor that we unconsciously are breathing. So again, that's oxidative stress. Number five are bad habits like smoking and heavy consumption of alcohol. Number six, which I'm actually very surprised with, is dehydration, or not consuming enough water in a day. So how many of us are drinking at least 2,000 cc of water a day? I don't think we do, because we have so many other options in this day. Everyone wants a cup of coffee or iced tea, or they have all those sweet juices. Instead of drinking water, we thought we have enough liquid in our body, but actually drinking water is still the best. Number seven, we have processed foods, which includes canned foods and junk foods, cup noodles, and, well, the meat products, like bacon, ham, or sausages. Nope. Number eight, we have radiation, which doesn't just come from microwave while it's working, because I'm sure we stand far from it. But we also get radiation when every day, by just looking at our cell phones, our iPads, or while sitting in front of a laptop, we are absorbing these the Wi-Fi radiation. If you don't turn off your phones at night, and you also don't turn off your Wi-Fi box at night, your skin is absorbing all those radiation. And just a simple fact, for most of us, or with our parents, when we were asked to do an MRI or a CT scan or a PET scan, all these are adding radiation into our body. And even if we ride on an airplane and we're 35,000 feet up altitude, again, there's a lot of radiation that our body is absorbing. Number nine, we have excessive exercise. If you do it too much, that's not good. Exercise is good for your body, but do it moderately, okay? Okay, number 10, we have all the drugs and antibiotics. All the conventional drugs that you have to take because the doctor prescribed it to you for some certain illnesses. And the fact that sometimes you've been prescribed antibiotics, yes, that adds to your OS in the body. And finally, there's mold, viruses, and bacteria. Since we are unable to avoid breathing, we have to breathe, right, in order to live, to stay alive. Since we are also unable to avoid much of the factors that I've just mentioned that causes excessive oxidative stress in our body, what happens, of course, like I said earlier, is a chain reaction. So there's bad free radicals, and then oxidative stress, and then it turns also into inflammation, and finally your cells become inflamed, has too much OS. Now, all the diseases are coming out as we get older. So some of the diseases as we age, what are they? So we have atherosclerosis. That's accumulation of plaques in our artery walls. And then there's diabetes, all types of cancer. And then, of course, we have Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. We have osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. They're all oxidative stress related. They're all inflammation related. And then we have the very popular one, cerebral infarction or stroke, be it ischemic stroke or hemorrhagic stroke. And then there are brain disorders, of course, like autism, bipolar disease, schizophrenia, or epilepsy. And then there's also COPD, which is a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's a lung condition that causes breathing difficulties, like emphysema, chronic bronchitis, asthma, and even coronavirus. And then there's hypertension and hepatitis. These are just some of the very familiar diseases that aging people have. And we want to avoid that, right? Especially people my age. I'm now in my early 60s. Our body actually has its own antioxidant to combat any oxidative stress. We need an effective antioxidant. Now, our body's antioxidants are the glutathione dismutase and the superoxide dismutase. Okay, when we were young, it was easy to combat any diseases because, oxidative stress and inflammation are related to almost every single health problems that we have. But as we aged, there is no balance anymore because we have an overabundance of oxidative stress. We have accumulated over the years. If I'm 62 years old now, I have been accumulating oxidative stress for the past 62 years, every second, every minute of the day. So how do we get rid of oxidative stress when our body's own natural antioxidants are not really working anymore? They're not able to combat these bad free radicals from entering our body. So what we need is an external antioxidant, and a very effective one at that.